Alright, now we're going to do the superficial forelimb muscles in the ventral view, and I'm just going to tackle the first 4 that we have on page 1. So I've divided some things up. If you watch the previous video of me doing the dissections, as you may have noticed, these are a little tough to dissect out because in the cat they're very thin. But to help you, what I've tried to do is define the edges of each of these muscles, working from the posterior all the way up to the anterior. The first muscle that we have coming on this diagonal, this is going to be my xiphohumeralis. Remember, when we were dealing with the entire sternum, you had the sternibra, and the very bottom of that was the xyphosternum. Coming off of that bottom now is the xiphohumeralis. That muscle runs from the xyphosternum up to the humerus, hence xiphohumeralis. So that's going to be the most posterior one, and it's going to be sitting down here like this. Working anteriorly, the next one we have is pectoralis minor. And then above that, more anterior, is pectoralis major. Now pectoralis major sits on top of pectoralis minor. You can see here, if I were to flip that up, you can still see pectoralis minor underneath. So it's a good way to remember major is on top of minor. Pectoralis major, pectoralis minor. I then have this muscle, and all of these that I just talked about, xiphohumeralis, pectoralis minor, pectoralis major, run on this angle. This one's running directly across. This is pecto antebrachialis. Pecto antebrachialis, and it's going to run right across over to the brachial region. So pecto antebrachialis, pectoralis major. On top here of my pecto antebrachialis is still pec major. It's running underneath. So it runs from here all the way up to here. Pecto antebrachialis, pectoralis major, pectoralis minor, xiphohumeralis. My obliques and everything are down here. We're going to talk about those at another time. But I just wanted to show you those chest muscles, and there's only 4 that you need to know, and you can just remember them in order. And I'll always have them pinned in such a way that you can see that you have those 4 there. If we continued all the way up anteriorly, you have this muscle that's kind of up on the shoulder. Here it was on the other side that we were working on previously. That's my clavotrapezius. So I've kind of switched sides so it's not as dissected out as we had it originally over here, clavotrapezius.